listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Dads After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Dads After Show.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's Dad's After Show for Dads on Fox. We are going to go over episode 15, season 1, called Sperms of Endearment. I am your host,
Baby.
No, my name's not Baby.
Wait for it.
You can call me that. I'm your host, Lauren Leonelli, and with me here I have...
I am her host, Kevin John, and you can definitely call me Baby, Babby, or Sugar.
And I'm the other girl, Jenifer Golden, and please call me Baby. I love that.
I know, it's
Baby,
cute.
oh.
I'll take
The Justin song?
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
you don't...
Baby,
You don't have to make it... No, we don't... No.
I killed it. All right, sorry.
All right.
I was gonna say you could call me Shouty. No?
Shoddy. You know, shoddy is usually a term that you call black women in the South.
I know. Well, so what?
So
Which you
that's
totally
almost
qualify
Lauren.
for.
She's not black nor in the South, but she is totally a black woman from the South.
Absolutely. I see it. Just like Aunt Jemima, you know?
Oh, as in our inside jokes on
Yeah.
Dads.
It actually is not an inside joke. If you watch the show, you
Yes.
know from our Vanessa Lachey interview that we had a little mispronunciation here of a iconic character, Aunt Jemima.
And a product, really.
She's a character too in the commercial. She came to life.
She did. She's like the Pillsbury Doughboy,
You know
but
what?
like a woman.
Syrup is so good.
Syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
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 Syrup or scissor.
Oh.
In the South, we
I
call
did
it
say
scissor.
it like that.
Scissor?
Scissor.
That sounds dirty.
Scissor.
Scissor. Sipping on some scissor.
You've never heard of scissor before?
I
Jen is Jewish.
She's white.
first of all,
Anyway, syrup, excuse me.
I knew
for
what
not
Aunt Jemima
making-
was.
Making the Y noise is so good. I feel like I could pour a bottle of syrup down my mouth right now.
great.
Yeah. So, with that being said,
From
On
Aunt
that
Jemima.
note.
On that note, let's move on to what we're here to talk about, which is dads.
I love you guys.
I missed you guys last week.
we did. Even though me and Lauren kind of hit it off romantically.
Did you?
We did.
Absolutely. Our first date's Valentine's Day.
Get out.
And you're invited.
Thank you. I don't have plans, so perfect.
He's just trying to have a threesome.
Oh, I get it.
Well, at
Which
least I was
Not
honest.
the first
Which
time.
this is not the first time that will happen. And I totally feel like Eli is the type of guy who, you kind of remind me of Eli there. with
Yes.
That was so Eli.
His humor is no, but then sometimes weren't you like a little Giovanni the other day? Like one
Sometimes
episode.
he is.
Yeah, you know, I just flip it back on for. I'm like a light switch, you know, depending on which, you know, I'm a Gemini. So we have two different
Oh, okay.
personalities. you
There
know.
we go.
There we go.
That's
That
it.
makes sense.
Eli one day, Warner the next.
Got
That's
it.
right.
Ron Jeremy the day after. So it all
Totally makes
depends.
sense.
There we go. And there you have it. So I think the show gets stronger and stronger as it goes on. And I think that we also kind of talked about that. The pilot episode felt like a pilot episode.
Yeah.
We will discuss in news and gossip the ratings for this week's show, which is good news. But I just feel like the timing and the stories and everything gets better, in my opinion. We had the storyline of the dads who were going to the hotel and getting all the perks because they were gay.
I thought that was hysterical.
So
my
funny.
God.
And the way that that Crawford was so innocently like, we just want to get up to the room and get down to business. And, you know, David was like putting two and two together. I thought, you know, it's perfect for their characters. I thought that was really funny that then they kept going along with it.
Right, to get more free
And
stuff.
how funny.
Such great treatment.
Totally. And I'm like, does that happen? Do you want to pretend like we're lesbians and go to like get...
You know, I was thinking of
that
that.
does not happen. And they
Well,
tried to
it
make it out.
doesn't.
They tried to make it out like, obviously, it would be like discrimination. You can't do that. Reverse discrimination.
It's just weird. Like,
weird.
why? Because you're gay, would you get free things?
And you're in San Francisco.
I think most women act like lesbians all the time. So I don't think it's anything out of the norm.
I will say I was at the gay pride parade one
Speaking
year
of scissors.
with my best girlfriend.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought you were saying before with the scissor. But I was like, scissors, weird. Okay, gay episode, I guess. So I was with my best
I
girlfriend.
love how this show is just making our humor a lot more vulgar and brutal. And go ahead, Jen.
Anyway, my point I'm trying to get across is I was walking with my girlfriend, my friend.
Your girlfriend.
What's going on?
Wait, hold on. Let me just say something. Yeah. Let's just keep interrupting Jen. If you're watching Dads and you like this kind of humor, we're just extending it.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I think it's totally
We're emulating it.
we're all having a conversation. We can't hear you, but you're talking to us. We know it.
But you're talking to us and we can hear you if you go onto iTunes
True.
and you rate us and keep giving us 5 stars. And we love to hear what you have to say and keep the conversation going. So please do that.
Thank you for that.
Go ahead, Jen.
Friend and I, best friend, roommate.
Hey, can I just say real quick that
I give up.
I'm joking. Go ahead, Jen.
Where's my wine?
Ladies first.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I've heard this one
But-
before. Right, but this time, not.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So we were walking along the parade, and like the little like people protesting, the people protesting along the side that were like, super religious and like anti everything that was happening there, anti joy, really.
Leviticus 18:22. Those
Exactly.
people.
We're screaming at myself and my friend as though we were a lesbian couple. We're like, wait. So now you can't even be friends with a girl because we are assumed we're lesbians. Well, who can you talk to anymore?
And it really, who cares if
Right,
you're
I don't.
lesbians, and then it's the people that have a problem with it. But in this instance, in this episode, they did not have a problem with the gay dumb. They liked it and they were celebrating.
They were glorified
They
for
were
it.
totally. And
They were
so-
more mad when they found out they weren't gay.
Yes, and of course they wanted to keep it going because they got couples massages, they got male lubricant, they got
Wine, cheese,
caviar.
free room service.
So, I think maybe we could pretend we're lesbians.
I'm down.
And go.
I
to
love
Santa
a good free
Barbara.
item.
Me too.
I would be down to watch that as well. I can judge
You
to
could
see
be our
how
beard.
authentic it is.
Or like we could be your gay best
or
friends.
you could dress up like a girl and we could be a threesome. lesbian
Let's
couple.
do it. Totally in.
Such a good plan.
That was the gayest thing I ever
But
did.
the reason why they went to this hotel is because they were getting kicked out of the house because Camila was going to visit her sister.
I was sad she wasn't in the episode.
I know.
I was like, wait, bye.
I know. I get sad about that. And Veronica's dance number in the beginning was hilarious.
I texted you when you called me and I was like, I cannot believe the dancing because it was so funny. She's auditioning for So You Think You Can Dance and she cannot dance, but she thinks she can. And no.
She can dance, first of all.
It was very spastic, like Elaine on Seinfeld.
It was like it was Brenda Song pretending not to be able to dance, but I believe that Brenda Song can dance.
I would guess
it was
so.
the worst rhythm I've ever
I
seen
thought they were
in a
gonna
Napoleon Dynamite kind of way.
I thought they were going to go a different direction with that and say that she was going to say that she could dance because she's Asian. Because all of the So You Think You
they
Can
break
dance.
dance and
yeah,
like-
they're like super.
They're agile. They could do everything.
Those Asians, they're very agile.
They could do a lot of things. They
I'm
also
just saying,
apparently sing on the singer.
It's a very big. It appears to be a very big cultural thing that they happen to be good at dancing on these dance shows that I see. So I thought they were going a different direction with that and going to say like, yeah, I can dance. Haven't you seen, America's Best Dance Crew or whatever? But then she went the other direction and did that funky thing. And then Eli was like, no, you can't dance. And I thought that was super cute. But anyways, the dads left together because Warner wanted the house to himself. He was so excited to have the house to himself because Camila and the kids were going, and it was like it was
That
comical
dance.
to me. And then he did the dance, the twerking on the desk.
like he was like a stripper.
It was
for no real reason. That was his
good.
celebratory dance.
All the dancing in this episode was amazing.
Absolutely. I wonder who choreographed all this dancing. They spent
Nobody.
a lot of time,
I would guess they just
They just did it.
freestyled.
improved it.
It was good.
It was amazing.
And
Amaze.
Amazing.
I'm gonna take a shower after this.
Shao.
Ciao, ciao.
So John Viner, speaking of Shao, was the co-executive producer of this episode.
Oops, forgot to write him.
Nice.
Amazing job.
He
Good
did
job,
a
John.
wonder
Round
job.
of applause for John. Yay, John Viner. So then we see Warner. Oh, how funny was it? So we see Warner in the disgustingness of the home that he has now created all by himself
Right.
with the pizza boxes, and he's playing
Playing video
Xbox,
games.
and he's screaming at like an
lady.
8-year-old.
Yeah.
No,
A mom or
little,
a
it
kid.
was a little boy, and then he the mom, yeah, go tell your mom or whatever. And then he's like, no, don't. Hi, ma'am. And then, well, I didn't know he was 8, but I'm 8 too, or something. They're just funny. And Giovanni does that so well that he pushes himself, and then he retracts like, oh God. And I love wanting to watch him retract like that. If you could vocalize the retraction that Giovanni Ribisi does, it would be, oh God.
It's like when last night you were like, wow, the bumper, and I was like, prediction.
Oh yeah. That's an inside joke.
What happened last night?
Well, we were talking about AfterBuzz and like the sections that we talk about, and we were like, oh, like predictions, and I was like, predictions.
She said AfterBuzz predictions, and she tried to make this noise of it wasn't a very good impersonation.
Anyway.
Of the predictions.
It happened though.
But I think that my oh God is a good vocalization of the retraction that Giovanni Ribisi does so well on the show.
I agree.
Thank you very much. And
let me just say for the record, not all bachelors live in filth or disgust like that.
I will
okay?
agree with that.
They always portray that on television, how you're the bachelor, you have the messy apartment and things of that sort. Not all men live like that, okay?
But you do realize that comes from a thought that like we as people, as women, think that you guys are like inhumane. That you're like, you need to
dirty.
be
and
like,
sometimes
trained
we are.
and like caged and taught, and you have to sit and stay.
And put on a leash, and then we eventually
when we have to
take
go.
the
That's for the
leash
bedroom.
off, and we let you go once you're trained.
Right, but like we don't assume you can do these things on your own, and that if we leave, you're probably not going to.
I love how you guys are referring to all men like dogs.
You're not?
That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Which we kind of are, but still, like I think that, and obviously I know it was embellished
what's
for
on
the
your
television.
mind most of the time? Food and sex. A male dog, same thing.
And money, okay? Actually, money I would say is up there before.
Dogs
food.
might think about that, but they don't know how to to tell us. So what if they're thinking of different money?
I'm sure dogs love money.
They don't
and
know
honey.
how to tell us.
They have their own currency, I think.
AfterBuzz exclusive.
Dogs have money.
Dogs don't know how to talk.
Didn't someone create something to where they can vocalize what a dog's bark means? And they're like,
And, no, their
saying,
thoughts.
Take me out.
Yes, their thoughts. Where you could, it's like some expensive thing that you could
Just
have
get
your
a
dog.
pet psychic. I totally believe in pet psychics, by the way.
Caesar Million.
No, he's not a psychic.
No, he's just like a whisperer.
But I really want a pet psychic because I really want to know what my cat thinks when I pick him up and kiss his face like for an hour. I really want to know what he's thinking. Does he really like it or does he not really like
I want to know what he thinks when you call him a different name every time. Does he think you forget him and then you're like, oh, you're a different cat?
No, he likes it.
I just want to know what my cat thinks when I'm giving it shots of insulin every night.
Oh, you have to do that?
A way to bring the mood down.
I know, right?
Buzzkill.
She's diabetic, but she always has this weird look every time I have to administer it, and it's like, "What are you doing?" Kind of look. But then she kind of enjoys it. I don't know. It's weird. That's why I would like to know what she thinks.
My roommate in college had a cat, and that cat was very good when we would have to give him the shots. So we're animal lovers here. We love all things here. We love the gays. We love everybody.
We love blacks. We love Asians.
We love all
We
of
love
them.
dads.
And
we love dads. Yes.
So now we also are being introduced to, and I also think it's very funny how they kind of did a really funny spin on how obsessed people are with social media and like tagging and
my
Facebook,
goodness.
and that was great. That was brilliant
hilarious.
because
I forgot about that.
The ex-girlfriend comes into play, a la Edna's prediction, chicken soup prediction, which is so hysterical.
That was so random, but really funny.
Not really,
the way they
because
like.
I feel like it's very like Latin. Like I have chicken soup and it's gonna read your fortune. Like
it's Santeria, but like it was random in the episode, I think. But then it sort of played itself out and totally made sense.
And I was so wondering how they were gonna tie in the last prediction of make a baby on your dad's face thing, and I kept going like, how are they going to do this? And all the other predictions I figured out. What was the first one that you're going to get something for nothing? That was the newspaper.
Yeah,
I didn't figure. Then the second one was oh my god, something with red hair. Something with red hair.
You're gonna see
something with red hair, and the ex-girlfriend comes into play. I kind of figured that might happen, or something with Eli, but whatever. And then so anyway, she comes in. That actress was hysterical.
I loved her.
What
has she been in?
I don't know. She seemed familiar to me, but her single white female ness was, because you can play that so wrong. Like I think there's a couple caricature types that you can just like F up bad. It's like the airhead dumb blonde.
Yeah.
Like you can just, Lisa Kudrow and Christina Applegate do that the best, I think.
Like, there's a way to play it without it being like you're clearly playing that role, but we believe that you're actually that.
Stereotypes, and so you can be so uncreative with that and just go with what you think people should do. But
like the cliched version.
Totally. There's that, and then there's like the psychotic girlfriend. Like this girl did that character, that archetype so well, I think.
She was almost like Isla Fisher in Wedding Crashers.
Totally.
Where she's like, I'll find you.
She did that so good too. It's very very delicate like character to play, and I think she did a really good job. We find out that what she really wants is, I thought she was coming on to Warner, but we find out that what she really wants is just his sperm because he's such a nice guy, and she's almost 40, which she did not look. Usually they cast older to play younger. But I think she was younger to play older because she did not. She looked like she was like 25 years old or something. Yeah. But anyway, and they all look young for their age too. But I think that she did that well. We find that she just wants the sperm. So they realize, and Warner, he wants to be a nice guy. He knows it's wrong, but he wants to help her. Because that's what he does. He gets himself in this mess. And of course, Eli
says yes, of course.
Eli is like, what are you doing? Camilla's going to kill you. And they've got to come up with that. How'd you guys like the scene where they're concocting the fake sperm? Like the stuff, the cumin that they threw in, and like things that you would think, why didn't they put in bleach?
I don't know. It was a weird mixture. There was like alcohol.
I mean, I've never smelt it before or anything, but people say that semen has a bleachy smell.
I like how you just looked at me like I know.
Tell us what you...
I wouldn't know from personal experience.
As a man, I have never smelled ejaculation before. But
how do you not know?
I've been told from other people.
Okay, but you've heard that before.
I've never heard pineapple or like a variety of things.
No, come on.
I cannot believe we're talking about this.
Well, it's the subject of they are making fake semen on the show, and I am talking about how
the smell of your sperm. Technically, if you want to know technically how it smells, it depends on what you eat, what your diet is.
Right.
So whatever you eat the night before, or say 12 to 24 hours before.
I have never had any like chocolate cake taste flavor before, so I don't know that that's very true, but apparently or allegedly some people have said in the past that it has a bleachy smell, and I feel like maybe they should have poured some that is a common saying.
So what do you think it smells like?
Why did they pour alcohol?
What do you mean alcohol?
Like, didn't they have like alcoholic beverages? I was like, that's an interesting.
Some weird. So, do you like when they put the bananas in and then they made like bananas flambe?
Yeah. And then when David tasted it, he's like, bananas Foster.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking the main thing you want. I didn't see any flour in there. It seems like that would have been the go-to for artificial sperm. Yeah, you got to put in flour.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Egg whites,
baking soda,
egg whites, bleach.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay, anyway.
I'm sure there's a recipe somewhere.
There is. And I thought it was it was really funny how they just kind of went crazy with it. And it was set to music, which I loved. And then they do that a lot in this show. And, little like music montages.
Cute.
And
makes it fun.
It totally makes it fun. And so they bring it to her, and of course Warner, to the ex-girlfriend. Warner can't go through with it. He feels bad. He's too honest. They're fighting over it, and Edna's third prediction comes true.
Yeah.
Really, what would have happened if she had injected some stuff like that inside of her?
Oh. Nothing.
Well, it was all like, kitchen-based products, so.
Ooh, I just spilled my water. It probably would have burned a little.
I feel
just a little bit.
By the way, also, wouldn't a doctor maybe put it under a microscope?
Well, she said she was going to do it herself. So.
She did.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. You just have to have the instrument.
You don't use a turkey-baster to do that.
You technically could if it's still,
Ew. All Jen, this is so terrible.
Like you guys have never witnessed jizz before.
Oh my God.
Of course, I'm up here with the Catholic girls who don't do that.
I'm Jewish, first of all, but also I don't know any Catholic girl that takes it and puts it back in.
Nobody does.
No.
Whoa. Come again?
It depends on come again. It depends on what you're needing it for. In procreation purposes, then yes, of course you would want. But I'm just saying
this episode brings up a lot of questions.
We are just talking about what
tweet them in.
This is the subject matter that was given. I did not write this show. No. I am commenting on the subject
We're just
matter.
Here to talk about what happened.
Dads is very controversial. They always do things like this, and we like to talk about it because it's hysterical and random.
It is
totally naughty.
Totally.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It ended that way. It was nice that it wasn't so predictable that what Edna said. That I mean, obviously, when they're fighting over it, then you're fighting over. Give it back to me. The container of
the artificial sperm.
You knew where it was going, but it wasn't so obvious that I could predict what was happening before.
Right.
And I
like
thought,
how the things would transpire were like kind of fun to see.
Totally.
Like how will that prediction
kept
really
me on
look?
my toes.
Yes.
And it was funny. And we're coming to the end of the season, and I just think it keeps getting better, and I'm excited to see where they're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Can I say the funniest thing to me was at the very end of that when the artificial sperm disperses
Yes.
and it lands on the fathers.
Yeah.
And then the maitre d', who's this flamboyantly gay
And he
guy,
was
by the
great
way.
too, by
He
the
was
way.
awesome. He was awesome. And he was the one that started to crack the case
Yes.
on whether or not they were truly homosexual. So it lands on them. He comes over at the end and he was like, I am so sorry I got it wrong. That is the gayest thing I ever, or something that he
Because
said.
he tasted what
Yeah.
yeah.
That was hilarious. That
I
just
know. And then they were scot-free. They didn't have to pay the $700 bill.
exactly.
Right.
Love that.
They always have the best buttons on the show at the
Totally.
very end.
They are button experts.
Yes.
Expert button makers.
That's true.
Sewers.
Seth MacFarlane could push my button anytime.
Hey.
Or take off the button.
Oh, that's
Or unbutton the buttons.
Unbutton the button.
It's just whatever you want to do with the buttons.
with the buttons.
All right. Speaking of buttons, engineer, why don't you press that button so Marissa, engineer.
Hey, you.
Marissa.
AfterBuzz
We're doing-
TV News.
Our news and gossip. All right. So, here it is right here. That's not the right side. So on the 8 p.m. time slot for primetime ratings,
Yeah.
Dads came in third of the highest rated shows in their time slot, just under NCIS and The Biggest Loser, which always take
Yeah.
it. So, I think that they're huge contenders they were going up against. At 8 p.m.'s a hard time slot, and Dad's got third. What?
Nice.
Amazing.
Pretty amazed
I
us.
feel
Do you know
like,
the numbers on that?
I don't. But they were not that. They weren't that far off of the other ones, and they
That's
were
awesome.
better even than Brooklyn Nine-Nine in their time slot, which
Sweet.
got a lot of accolades at the last of the Golden Globes. So I think that that's awesome. It's perfect timing, right on the heels of the show maybe being picked up for season 2. Can we cross our fingers? Yay! And also for all you Seth MacFarlane fans, I know I am. There is a hysterical movie. We've mentioned it before. It's called A Million Ways to Die in the West. It is starring Seth MacFarlane, Charlize Theron, and Liam Neeson. It's a funny.
Oh my god, and everybody's in it. Giovanni Ribisi's in it.
Giovanni,
Sarah
yeah.
Silverman.
Sarah Silverman.
Who else is in it?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Yes,
That person again?
Same person I just
Whatever.
talked about.
I
Twice.
Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
Lauren
you.
Leonelli.
Hi,
Nice
I'm
to meet
Kevin
you.
John.
Nice
I'm
to
the
meet
other
you.
girl.
And I'm
she's-
black.
yeah,
I'm not.
I am, but it's all right. It's
Another
confusing.
story.
It's
Anyway.
confusing. Anyway,
Can't wait to see that movie. The Red Band trailer is out.
You guys, if
I
you want
can't.
it, please go on to Variety.com and watch this trailer. The movies are slated to hit theaters May 30th, 2014. I cannot wait. It is so freaking funny. Like, it's like Dad's on crack.
I was cracking up watching the trailer today, and like
I'm gonna watch
several
it again.
times, and it was 3 minutes, so I can't imagine what the whole movie is going to be.
I
Like.
mean,
I was going to say, if the trailer is any indication of how funny this movie is, then it may possibly be the funniest movie in the last decade.
Seth MacFarlane is so freaking talented. Not only can he write and sing and host, and he's a good actor.
Yeah.
And he's got great comic timing. I love him.
Now, is this one of the first movies he stars in, actually?
yeah,
I
that
think
he's
it is.
I think I've
actually
ever- yeah.
not like a an animated thing, and not
Or
where
teddy
he's
bear.
playing a bit part.
Yeah.
Because in some of his movies he's been like a random like person at the table.
Yeah. Now we
He's
can't
a
wait
star.
to see. We're so excited.
You
So
are the man, Seth.
Go on Variety.com and watch the trailer for A Million Ways to Die in the West. Great.
Red Band.
All right. And we are going to move into predictions now.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Do it, Jen. She tries to make her voice sound all warbly.
But I have to also like go like that too.
yeah, to make it's like Aaron Neville.
The fabric of our life.
I don't know much, but I know.
I love you.
Did you hear that's Aaron Neville?
I love that.
No.
It was Aaron
was.
Neville.
That was
All right,
Aaron Neville.
Spot on.
Spot on, Aaron Neville. I'll do it better for you later.
Musical charades.
You look so confused, Kevin. So, my predictions for this. Okay, so the season's coming to an end.
How many more do we have?
I think
4.
4.
I think
Cuatro.
I think
Mas.
3 more after today. No.
Because this was
16,
16.
17, 18, 19. You can count like me. 19. 4.
Oh.
Right? Anyway, we've
Jen
got
does
4
not look
episodes.
amused.
Okay, I am horrible at math, so I'm surprised I got that right. 4
Four
episodes.
more.
Thank you, Marissa.
Our engineer.
Thank you, engineer.
Yeah, just confirmed that it's 4.
There's been
Thank
a
you.
couple engineers tonight coming in and out. That's why I said it just came off. Marissa, we heart you. Love
Totally
you.
heart
We do. Thanks for coming.
I predict. I know I say this every week, and I can't get creative, but I am predicting the Eli Veronica. Like they're totally gonna do the nasty. They're gonna have sex.
I hope so. Because I want you to be right. You've been predicting this for a really long time now, and I feel bad because I want you to be right.
I know.
So I'm going to double predict that.
That is a great prediction.
Yeah.
You know what? I think for the first time, I am going to triple predict the same thing.
And we're in agreement, all of us.
And I think
Look
it's
at
gonna
that.
happen.
In unison.
It's gonna happen on the last season. It's episode 19. That's what I think.
But if that does happen, it'll be interesting where they would go
That's
with
what I'm
season
saying.
2.
And sometimes they don't
But they don't.
necessarily carry things over,
Right.
but I just think they should end it that way.
That would be amazing.
They're sneaky, those guys.
You never
They
know.
are.
That John Viner, when he writes an episode, you never know what you're going to get.
Be prepared.
Very calculated.
You
Prepared.
could get artificial sperm.
You
so.
could get artificial sperm. And well, we could go a million ways with that, but we're not going to do that because we've already gone on tangents so many times this episode. It's just because we have so much fun.
That's
with each
what we
other.
do.
We do. It's a fun show. We're
a fun
fun.
show.
It's fun times. You guys are fun.
We're all fun.
fun.
I just feel the fun.
Feel
Fun
the
for days.
And why don't you come back next week and have more fun with us when we talk about
Absolutely.
the next
Do it.
episode, Season 1's Dads, here at AfterBuzz. I am your host, Lauren Leonelli. You can find me at Lauren Leonelli on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Vine, and my website.
I'm Kevin John. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Hey Kevin John, Facebook, Kevin John Peters, and my website, it's kevinjohn.com.
And I'm Jenifer Golden. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest at Jen the Jew, and on Facebook, Jenifer Golden, and my website, jennifergolden.com.
Word.
And you can follow Two Drunk Girls if you want to see
Holler.
Jen and I up to any antics on the outskirts. Drinking. All right, guys, thank you so much. We will see you next week. Have a good weekend.
Boom.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.